Where did you meet Vasily Nergayev? Are you working for his news agency also?
No. I met him in Moscow. He's just a friend.
Okay. So now you will read this for me in front of the camera, okay?
I'd like to speak to Efraim Marcone at the American Embassy in Istanbul.
Where do you think you are?
Please. I need to go home.
This is your breakfast. Enjoy. Tomorrow you will get one more, and then you will be...
Sorry, what?
What took you so long?
A simple thank you would do.
He goes nowhere.
Major! The key's by the door.
Remember the name, Paul Cathis, when you're in hell.
The story begins in a heavily fortified terrorist camp in Lebanon, where a captured United States Army corporal is tied to a chair in a dark interrogation room.
I'm Corporal.
A terrorist interrogator subjects him to intense psychological and physical torture, threatening him with a revolver. Outside the camp, an elite 5-man U.S. Special Forces team, led by Major Don Harding, initiates a covert rescue operation. The team moves silently through the perimeter under the cover of darkness, systematically eliminating patrolling guards.
Smoking will kill you.
However, while navigating the yard, Harding's team is spotted by a guard tower, which triggers an alarm and forces them into an open engagement. Utilizing the chaos and explosions as cover, Major Harding and a soldier named Jess breach the interrogation room, neutralize the interrogator, and free the corporal, successfully extracting him to a secure perimeter zone. Following the successful extraction, the narrative shifts to the post-Soviet Eastern European Republic of Moldonia, where General Rafendek, a psychotic former Bosnian general and convicted war criminal, has seized control of local military forces to orchestrate systematic ethnic cleansing across the countryside.
Across the border. You are to be transported across the border, where you will no longer be the concern or responsibility of Moldonia.
Rafendek and his men intentionally deceive Khazar civilians, leading them to believe they are being safely escorted to the border, only to line them up and execute them in cold blood. Unbeknownst to the militia, American journalist Wendy Teller and her Russian counterpart, Nagev, are hidden nearby, documenting the entire massacre with their cameras to expose the war crimes.
I'll give you one more chance. We know your SAS do not operate alone. Tell me where your partner is, and I'll let you live.
Rafendek and his right-hand man Zaman turn their attention to a captured British operative named Paul, demanding to know the location of his partner.
Piss off.
When Paul refuses to cooperate, Zayman executes him on the spot as the surviving Khazar civilian attempts a desperate break for freedom but is ruthlessly gunned down by Rafendek himself. Realizing they have been spotted, the journalists attempt to flee, but Nagev is shot and killed in the pursuit. Keller runs into the surrounding woods, but General Rafendek pursues her on horseback and quickly cuts off her escape.
I'm sorry. We were just lost.
American?
Upon discovering her American nationality, Rafendek chooses to take her alive to use as a political pawn rather than executing her on the spot.
Where did you meet Vasily Nakhgayev?
I'd like to speak to Efraim Marcone at the American Embassy in Istanbul. Please.
General Rafendek forces a bruised Wendy Teller to record a video message directed at the United States government.
I'm in the safe custody of the Moldonian National Republic. And though I'm being held for the many crimes I have committed in this region, I have not been harmed in any way. I would urge you to please cooperate with these men in order to ensure my survival.
Rafendek demands the immediate release of 15 freedom fighters held at Guantanamo Bay in exchange for Teller's life, threatening her execution if his demands are not met within a strict 72-hour deadline.
I never trusted him, Mr. President.
Later, the president of Moldonia meets with General Rafendek and voices his concerns over the mass murders, accusing Rafendek of acting recklessly and drawing American attention by taking an American journalist hostage.
We do not want the Americans in our backyard. Do you understand?
Although the president of Moldonia objects to this rogue hostage diplomacy, Rafendek dismisses his political authority and publicly executes the president's assistant, thereby consolidating absolute military control over the country.
Do you understand me, Mr. President?
Meanwhile, in response to the escalating situation in Moldonia, the U.S. military leadership authorizes a Black Ops mission to extract the captured journalist from hostile territory.
We're going to bring her home. Make no mistake, gentlemen, this is hostile territory. We happen to know that 2 British SAS operatives disappeared in this same region about a month ago and are believed dead.
Upon hearing Rafendek's name, Jess voices serious tactical concerns to Harding, citing the volatile history between the two men.
You're afraid this is going to turn into some sort of personal vendetta for me?
Thought has crossed my mind.
8 years earlier, during the Bosnian War, Rafendek led an ambush against Harding's 10-man team, killing 9 of them. A young Harding was captured and brutally tortured by Rafendek himself, creating a deep animosity between the two adversaries. Nevertheless, Harding firmly states that the mission takes priority, asserting that his personal feelings will not interfere with the objective.
We're all professionals here, and that is what separates us from them.
Right then.
Harding and his Special Forces team subsequently parachute into Moldonia under total radio silence. Their first directive is to meet a woman named Saira, a local anti-regime informant tasked with guiding the team through the side streets to a covert safe house. When Saira fails to arrive on time, the team is left exposed in a hostile environment. Zayman, General Rafendek's observant and ruthless enforcer, notices the group. Growing suspicious, he approaches to investigate the strangers.
Forgive me, he simply didn't want to leave this morning.
Saira suddenly appears with a baby carriage, successfully tricking Zayman into believing the team members are merely local civilians. Following this narrow escape, Saira guides the team to the safe house, which doubles as a hidden underground school for orphaned children whose parents were killed by Rafendek's militia.
What do you teach here?
Our own history and culture.
Later, Harding and his team conduct a vehicular reconnaissance sweep of the city to map enemy patrol routes. During the sweep, Harding notices they are being actively tailed by a mysterious figure riding a black double-barreled motorbike.
Starts to get a little freaky. Take care of him.
Utilizing high-speed evasive driving maneuvers, Harding temporarily loses the pursuing motorcyclist. However, the team's reconnaissance is interrupted when they approach a manned military checkpoint. Harding quickly hides a listening device beneath the car seat just as the soldiers demand their identification papers. When a soldier discovers the hidden device, a physical altercation breaks out. Harding's team fights back, and the mysterious motorcyclist suddenly reappears to engage the checkpoint guards. The motorcyclist removes his helmet, revealing himself as Talbot, an elite British SAS operative and the surviving partner of the soldier previously executed by Zayman. Unbeknownst to the group, a young local street spy loyal to Rafendek witnesses the entire skirmish from cover and immediately contacts military headquarters to report the arrival of the Americans.
The bullies are already here.
How do you know?
Talbot accompanies Harding's team back to their safe house, where he explains that he has been operating deep undercover to dismantle Raffendek's infrastructure from within.
We are looking for the girl. We could use another good man, one who knows the area. What do you say?
Afraid not, chaps.
Although Harding offers a formal alliance, Talbot declines, stating that he operates more efficiently as a solo agent before walking away.
It's unfortunate. Let's move it.
Unaware that their presence has been compromised, the Special Forces team executes a plan to breach the primary military sector where Wendy Teller is believed to be held.
Can you please help us?
They ambush one of Raffendek's military transport vans, eliminate its occupants, don their uniforms, and drive straight into the barracks. As they enter, Harding notices Raffendek's men playing chess, which triggers vivid memories of his past torture. Overcome with anger, he orders his men to open fire. The team is instantly pinned down as Raffendek's forces outnumber and outgun them. Fortunately, Talbot arrives on his black double-barreled motorbike and launches a surprise attack, creating a distraction that allows Harding's team to rapidly infiltrate the compound and free Wendy Teller.
Kid, you walk.
I think so.
The team successfully escapes the barracks and drives an enemy transport van into an open field, where an extraction helicopter is inbound. Just as the helicopter hovers to land, Raffendek's anti-aircraft unit fires a rocket-propelled grenade that strikes the aircraft, cutting off the team's only escape route and stranding Harding's team in enemy territory. The Special Forces operatives use their remaining ammunition to engage the advancing enemy forces, but they are ultimately outgunned and overwhelmed by sheer numbers.
No, please.
General Raffendek and Zaman arrive, holding Harding and his team at gunpoint while Talbot manages to slip away into the woods.
Congratulations. You're a real survivor.
I'll rip your heart out.
The captured operatives and Wendy Teller are transported back to Raffendek's primary military fortress and placed in heavily guarded concrete cells. General Raffendek orders his men to bring Major Harding to the central interrogation chamber, where he confronts Harding face to face and mockingly reminds him of their encounter 8 years earlier in Bosnia. Meanwhile, Talbot infiltrates the fortress's outer perimeter, silently neutralizing the roaming soldiers using precision hand-to-hand combat and combat knives.
What took you so long?
A simple thank you would do.
Armed with weapons seized from the fallen guards, Talbot and Harding initiate a full-scale tactical breakout. During the escape, Talbot kills a soldier who manages to fire his weapon, alerting Raffendek and his men.
Go to Harding. I'll get the girl.
Raffendek orders Zaman to secure Teller before instructing the remaining soldiers to block all exit points. Zaman corners the escapees inside a warehouse just as everyone runs out of ammunition, prompting a brutal one-on-one fight between Zaman and Talbot. After exchanging a series of brutal blows, Zaman resorts to aggressive tactics, but Talbot counters with superior speed, unleashing a barrage of spinning wheel kicks and rapid sweeps. Talbot eventually knocks Zaman to the ground before driving a pipe into his chest, killing him and avenging his fallen SAS partner. Simultaneously, Major Harding engages General Raffendek in a personal hand-to-hand battle. Although Raffendek fights with unhinged, desperate rage, Harding relies on his military close-quarters combat training to overpower the general, avenging his past torture and securing Wendy Teller. Shortly afterward, a United States military evacuation helicopter arrives and lands safely. Major Harding, his team, and Wendy Teller board the aircraft, and the story ends as the helicopter lifts off into the sky, leaving the burning remains of the rogue regime's fortress behind. Subscribe for more dramas like this, and don't forget to like this video, it really helps the channel grow.